All right, folks, here in Scavenging, Arizona, and welcome to the Wall of Steel. Today we are going to be running down, as you can see, the bed frames, the patio furniture. We got the stacks on stacks of lawnmowers, chairs, all kinds of good stuff. We have more metal there. We got a lot of the ups and downs. Today is going to be a steel day, and we got some pretty good weight today. We really do. We got 3 good TVs right here. I wanted to take one of them down, but I didn't get a chance to. And these things here, these long planks, and behind them there's 2 of them, and they weigh a ton, and so do these things here. So they're all, somebody took down something. I think it was a shelving unit or something, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That one's not all that full, but when we run all that down, getting this in the truck, get loaded up. Get to it. All right, folks, there she is, all loaded down. That was a heavy one. Whew. That was a good one. So not bad, going all the way up to the sky. And hey, folks, I want to talk to you for just one sec. Now, we're going to be a little bit of a change coming up here in the way we do things. Not major, just now. We've been doing these load up scenes now for about 3 years, and at that time the recycle yards were open on the weekends, so I definitely had to take all the stuff home. Well, now several are open on the weekend. In fact, my main one's even open on Sunday. So what we'll be doing is we're gonna be gathering up the steel and then taking it right to all metal by scrap on Second City and on regular days. We'll still be doing some load ups on for like you know, non-ferrous and etc. and whatnot from time to time, but that's how we're gonna be doing it from now on. Basically, we're gonna be starting out scrapping, and then we'll end with 1 or 2 scrap runs during each run. So hopefully you guys will get used to that. We'll try something different. If you guys tell me what you think, let me know. If not, this is what's going tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, all right, folks, here we are the next day, all loaded up, tied down, ready to go. Going all the way up onto the sky. Again, this is a steel load today, so we'll be running down to all metal by scrap. See when we get. See y'all down there. Well, all right, folks, we have meandered on our way down to Scrap Avenue, where the scrap wall just seems to be getting higher. Wow. Oh, this is a good one. 8,400, 8,400. Not bad. Okay, folks, it's a little crowded here at the scrap yard today. We're going to check out where we're winding up at today. Start 8,400, 7220, 7220. Not bad at all. Not bad. Well, all right, folks, here in Scavenging, Arizona, and as always, the scrap gods have bestowed upon us a 2010 special and a light fixture. That's from that alley that I go to. And let's have a see what we got here. We got 1,100 pounds, 1,180 at only 4 cents a pound though, so that's not the best in the world. But 47.25 for 47.25. What do we say, little man? Yay! Yay! That's right. 47.25. We got little man here today, folks. And like I said, folks, we're changing the way that we do this. Tom made a great point. He said that the more material you handle, the less money you make. The more you pick up, the more you make. So I realized that by bringing it here and unloading it and then reloading it, I'm just wasting time. So like I said, there's still going to be scrap runs, but basically at the end of Second City, at the end of all those, then we'll dump the scrap and then bring the non-ferrous back. Definitely be doing load-ups of non-ferrous, and if I ever get steel, you know, miscellaneous steel, we'll get it. But hopefully that explains it, and you're going to be seeing another scrap run a little bit later on today. And I thank you guys for coming out. And little man, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we'll see you out there. All right, folks, and welcome to another Saturday scrapping adventure. Today's area, we are in it, is going to be a pretty large area, and we're going to be hitting a lot of different areas today. And let's go get it, folks. This is a good first stop. Wow, that's not bad at all. It's pretty good. I explained before last week, but what we're doing, why there's something in here still is we're changing the way we do things. So basically everything we're getting today is going to all metal by scrap. And so if I have any errant steel at home, I chuck it in there, and then we'll take it on these trips and we'll go from there. But let's start out. Let's get our speakers here. That. Okay. Looks like somebody took a hammer to it. Oh, hey, look at that. Car stereo. Yep. I think put all that in the bucket up there. Whoa. Oh, this is like a digging bar or a pry bar. This thing weighs a ton. Thanks. Oh. Okay, we got a little thing here. And by the way, folks, this is a new condo complex. I was looking at the map and I thought this was apartments. And I looked at it closer, I realized, no, these are condos. Okay. Ah, that was funny. Oh, one more speaker. Hey, look at that. Well, alrighty, folks, that was not a bad stop at all. Let's get this tamed down. Oh, this condo complex ain't been too bad. Cut this. Get a little bit of wire salad going here. Why not? Take off the motor. Transformer. Like that. That away in just a bit. Yeah, we're just making room there for these old standbys here. Alright. We may be here for a bit, folks. Okay. Now let's just start grabbing and see what we got here. This is partial aluminum, part steel. Oh, okay. So some of this is disconnected, some of it ain't. We'll see. Oh, light fixture. I think we're gonna leave that tangle stuff. It's just super light and just gonna tangle up, so. Let's get this tame down and we'll move on. Okay, got that there. Let's, that. For now. Okay, what is this? Traeger wood pellets. Are these full? No. And the old gas can, even with some gas in it. Definitely don't want. Okay, can't take that to the air. Okay. Ceiling fan. Big old drop down on it. Okay. Well, I guess it's just gonna have to go as one. You got the rack. Let's see here. I think I saw an Arizona special. That it did. Oh, some other poles and whatnot. Get that out of their way. Thanks, guys. Okay. Oh, hey. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hey, the old rim. We can take the rim. Sure. Alrighty, folks. Saw this. I was getting a few things ready to get it put up in there. Okay. There she goes. That's all you're gonna need for that. So yeah, seeing some wires there on the soft water things there. Let's see. If this was an alley, we'd be playing some alley baseball. Especially since it's got some good stuff on it, man. Hey. We got here. Let's actually go here. See one here. Okay. Go up there. Well, let's get something on that and we'll get moving. Okay, what we got here? What we got here? Ceiling fan blades. Okay, the die cast off of them. Okay. Okay. Well, all right, folks, here in Southeast Arizona, and welcome to the second city. Today's area is going to be very large and lots of no alleys. Really liking that. It's going to be hitting some other areas as well. So, hey, folks, let's go on and get it. No alleys, folks. Well, hey, first one I hit was an alley, and we also got a little something here. Right there. Let's see here. Now you may be wondering, folks, why is there stuff in here? Well, like I said, we're doing it a different way. So any steel is getting dumped after every run. So that's how we're gonna do it from now on. So if I happen to have any errant steel, I had like just a TV I found the other day, and just a few things in the box, so, or in the bucket there. Here we go. All right. Well, okay. Hey, folks, we're on the board. All right, let's get this tied up and boogie. And now we're in the neighborhoods. Okay, you take that. And there you go for now. Oh, okay, looks like we got that one there. Let's see here. Okay, so it's a little bit taken down, but not all the way. Okay. Okay. It's a little bit better there. All right, folks, we're gonna tame this stuff down, and then we will. Okay, what we got here? Hey, hockey stick. There you go, folks. Like I said, always watch Scrap and Junk from New Brunswick, Canada. Scrap and Junk, hell of a guy. Watch him. Loves that hockey. A Canadian who loves hockey. Who would have thought, huh? Okay. These can just go on the sides there. Yeah, shove down the net. Okay. Okay, oh boy, what we got here? Okay. Here. Okay, we're gonna be here for a bit, folks. Where do we start? Where do we start? Well, there's easy up. Let's grab that. That's... Okay. Okay. Good enough metal on it. Well, let's get the razor scooter. Battery powered one here. This may have to go home. I gotta get those batteries out. Not sure what that is. Oh, okay. There we go. That's all I want. There's a whole train set, never been opened. Never been opened. That's crazy. What about these up here? Yellow metal? Yeah, yellow metal. Okay. Well, folks, wasn't bad. Let's tame this down and we'll move on. Okay, let's see what we got here. Saw a few things. I like the printer here. There you go. Aha. We're hiding some metal down here. Way down. Okay. And what is that? Soda stream? Well, guess we'll leave it there. I don't think the yard wants gaseous stuff there. Yeah. That one there, that one there. What we got there? Oh, cabinet. Empty. Yeah. Wow. This is a beast. Ooh. That is a beast of, my gosh. Ooh. There we go. It's cabinet day today. Okay. All right. Another heavy one. Gosh. Okay. Well, not bad. All right, let's grab a few other things. Oh, there's no special there too. Look at that. Hey. Okay. And there's that. It's kind of folded up. All right. Beautiful. All righty. One looks like it might have robbed itself. Let's see here. Well. Down the rabbit hole. All right. Okay. Okay, folks, what I talked about before on off-duty work. So you see that officer there standing in the middle of the road watching the construction crew? Those two officers, actually. And there's another one over there. He's running the box for the lights, but that is off-duty work. He's not... He is a police officer and he is sworn, but right now he's actually off and he's working basically overtime jobs, and this is one of them. So just thought I'd explain that. Okay, folks, we are in the alleys, I think, for the rest of, or most of the rest of this day here. The Smackers. Okay, there's that one there. Okay, let's get a rope on that and we shall move on. There's one thing sticking out there. I think that can be in up and over, because that's a light one. And down you go. All right, beautiful. Okay, And I think we have ourselves another up and over, but we'll have to fix this one. Yeah, we have to get up there, not break my neck. I think I'm gonna run that rope over onto that and then we'll move on. So let's do that. Hey, we can grab a single now, can't we? All right. Do a little infilling there. Okay. Let's see if we can do a little alley. And there you go. Persuasion candidate. Up you go. Persuaded for the win. Right. This has nothing to do with scrapping, but I've shown this before. I actually watched this get built. These folks were big fans of the Phoenix music scene, and we have lead singer from the Pistoleros, Chester Bennington. Do know Chester Bennington, Mike Condello, the Wallace and Ladmo show. Wow, that was, if you're from Arizona, you know that. And the Funk Junkies. Wow, so yeah, this is interesting. Like I said, I watched when I was a cop. It started with him, and they worked their way down to here. And about a year before I retired, they finished it up. But actually, they've done a little bit more since I left as well, and added that too. So just thought I'd like to show you the Valley Rockstar Memorial. So there you go. Hope you like that one. Oh, I see us a little stroller there. And it looks like these pig skins, they've lasted now about 2.5 months. And we're getting that right there. So this metal, it is for you, and in you go. Well, all right, folks, let's do a wrap up on this second city. Very twisty, tangly, and mashed up load today, but I think pretty good and heavy. Like I said, we got some pretty good. Got the water heater. We got some heavy cabinets. We got a lot of really good steel. And like I said, we're not taking steel home anymore, so we're gonna be heading off to all metal by scrap, and I will see y'all down there. Alrighty, folks, we have made it from the second city down to Scrap Avenue, and we're about to get up on the scale here. The cube hills just keep on piling. I think he said their crane was down, so they sure got a plenty, don't they? That's not bad for second city at all. 8160, 8160, not bad. Folks, here we are on the way out. The only thing we saved was the scooter, because it had the lithium ion 7280, 7280. And we don't want to set the the yard on fire with those batteries, so take those home and take them to a different place. Let's go see what we got. Well, hey folks, as we stare at our big pile of scrap cubes there, we'll do a wrap up here. Today we had, not bad, 880 pounds from the second city. That's a pretty good run. That's a real good run for the second city. At 4 cents a pound though, it's still going at 4 cents. Ugh. But hey folks, I'll see you on the next adventure, and I'll meet you out there. Here we are in the farms again. We've wandered our way back. I got a little wire. Oh, I thought I can just get yanked. Okay. Okay. Alright, it'll be Christmas lights. Metal. Yeah, an extension cord. Alright, good deal. You go there. How about that? What is that? Another one. Oh. He's full. Let's see, dealer info. Not horribly. I can caveman walk it over there. Before we do that, you know, I wonder if we can go up and over this thing here. No. Well, maybe. There we go. Now we got it. All right. Now, I take this and pull her up. Okay. All right. We're gonna re-rope this thing and we'll get it tied down. Alrighty, folks, here we go. Low rider alert. Low rider alert. There you go. Sitting on the 100 spokes. That's sweet. That is a sweet little one. I like that one. Cool. Alrighty, folks, let's move on. Alrighty, folks, we're gonna give it a shot. Why not? Since we're not taking these home no more, we can take them. Yeah, one of the biggest reasons I didn't take these a lot before I was just running them right to the thing is because getting, as you can see, getting these in and out isn't the easiest thing in the world. I'll let that leak out a bit. You know what? All right, why don't we cut that water? I'll get those wires off while that's leaking out. There we go. All right. I think we're just gonna have to let it go. And there it goes out that way. So we'll let it go that way and get a rope on that thing. Actually, let's close that off for now. Okay. All right, let's get another rope on this thing. Well, all right, folks, PD story time. Yes, PD story time once again. And today's topic is going to be about a car theft and a kidnapping and how we got the car and the child back. Very, very interesting story. This is a really good one. We got a call from the Mesa Police Department. That's the town next to the one I was working in. That a vehicle had been stolen out in front of a grocery store. And what happened was the lady had ran in real quick and she left her 3-year-old in the back seat along with the grandmother, who was 80-something years old, to wait while she went in. Well, while they were in there, a crazy guy, I remember his first name was Ralph, that's all I can remember. This guy was nuts. He jumped in the seat, put it in gear, and took off with the child and the mother. So, needless to say, that went out because, yes, it happened to Mesa, but then they called Tempe and then they put it out to us and everything like that. They had no idea where the car was. They didn't have any kind of, this was kind of like 2013, so definitely no tracking system on it. But about 10 minutes later, an officer, his name was Officer Kraft, great guy. I've told you about really good cops, and I'll explain a little bit more. But this was an amazing cop. He was going down the road, heading right toward the I-10 freeway, when he says, "Hey, I see I'm behind a car matching that vehicle description, and it's kind of weaving." Then he says, "Okay, I can see the back door opening now, and I can see a hand kind of waving out." And he's like, "Okay, I'm stopping this car." And I was real close, and so I kind of joined up with him, and we both got in behind him. We fanned out. It's called when you fan out, and then we got him out. We pulled him out of the driver's seat. He didn't resist, which is surprising. I cuffed him up, and I put him in the back seat of my car. Thank God the child was fine, and so was the grandmother. Child services soon showed up and looked over the child. Fire department showed up, and everything was all good. The guy, he was insane. I tried talking to this guy, and you would just get nonsense out of him. So I don't know if he stole that on purpose, wanting to take the kid or just wanted a car, or again, like I said, there was just no, there was a real disconnect in his brain, let me tell you. He was arrested by the Mesa Police Department for kidnapping and auto theft, and God knows what else. I think he might have been high too. And like I was talking about Officer Kraft, I've told in one of my previous PD story times about officers who are true badasses. You never hear them on the radio, and if you do, you better get running. And he's one of those guys. Guy was quiet as a mouse, but he could handle his business, and he was a great cop. And Jeff Kraft, if you're watching this, you are a great cop, sir. And I'm naming him because his name was in the report, in the newspaper. So, anyways, and let's stay for one more. Let's talk about fights for a little bit. This is going to be a quick one. There comes a point, and the law allows this. There comes a point in the fight when all bets are off, okay? And our policy does it too. Let's say you're in a fight and someone's getting the best of you. They're on top of you, and they're just grounding, pounding, and you got to do something. Well, the law says you can, okay? I'll give you an example. One of my sergeants, who actually was shot in the line of duty but survived, he got into a fight with a guy, and this officer was in great shape, but still the guy was really just getting on him. The officer had just enough strength to grab the guy by the hair and whack his head 3 times into the curb and knock him out. Now, is that an approved move by the police department? Hell no. But it's a last-ditch move, okay? If you got to stick a stick in their ear, if you got to bash them in the head with a brick, anything that can keep you alive, okay? If you can't get to your gun or whatever, you have to do what you have to do to stay alive. If you got to get medieval, you got to get medieval. So, hope you guys like that one. Interesting one about the kidnapping. I got the kid back. That was cool. And like I said, you got to get medieval. Alrighty, well, hey, folks, let's head on back. Bonnie Malone. This one's worth looking at. Rickety fan there. Get a little street surgery on here. You go. And out you go. Okay. Little infilling here. Oh, interesting. It's just got 2 turntables and a microphone. All right. Okay, a little brass, a little more brass. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, let's boogie. Got another scrapper down there, grabbing metal. Interesting. How heavy are you? You're not too bad, are ya? Nah. Beautiful. Oh yeah, he was just about to grab these ones. I know he was. Hey, very nice. Getting dusty today. Oh, these are taking apart good. Alrighty, let's secure this thing up and let's get going. So I think I'm going to scrap out that John Deere. Hey folks, we are in the farming areas, but look at that, we are full. Boy, are we full today. Not a bad run today at all, not a bad run. A lot of good steel, a lot of good, nice, heavy steel. And as I mentioned before, we're doing a new thing. We are running, instead of running this down home and unloading it, we are going to be taking this now to all metal by scrap. Mainly focusing on just non-ferrous at home. And like I said, if I do hit steel from here to there, of course we'll run it down. But let's run on down to all metal by scrap, and we'll see what we get for this, and we'll also do a full wrap up for the whole week for all that we got. So see you there. Well, all right folks, here we are at our inaugural Saturday scrap dump run. Wow, that pile is getting big. 260. 260, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, folks, let's see where we are on our regular city 7340 or 7320, and we're saving some non-ferrous as well back there. So, all right, folks, here in Salvador, Arizona. Here we are for a wrap-up of this week. Like I said, this is a new one where we're taking the steel in, and we're mainly just we're not going to be keeping steel at home anymore. So, also one thing too is that frees me up to break down more non-ferrous and make more money that way. And of course, as you break down the non-ferrous, you're going to get steel, so there will still be steel runs mixed in between. But hey, let's see what we got this week. Now, we did a total of 3 runs. So the first one we had, that was on the 16th. Let's see, that one was 35.25 for that one. That was 880 pounds. And then we had 940. Today it was 940 pounds at 37.50. That's not bad at all. I like the 940. That was good. Like I said, we filled up early. There was a lot out there. I mean, there were whole neighborhoods that I didn't hit because I was just straight full. There was a bunch of scrap out there today. Really good. The other day we had a total of 47.25 for the from last week's run. So that led to a total of $120.05 for this week. Now, after this, I'm going to my grandson's first birthday party. Look at that little guy, Leo. That's my little Leo, and today is going to be his first birthday. Happy birthday, little guy. Papa loves you very much. And folks, I just checked YouTube Studio. We are at 2439 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Like I said, my goal is 5,000 for this year. I thank you guys for every click, every watch, everything. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.